reaffirm that the Speaker has not confirmed any travel plans, and it is for the Speaker to do so and her staff. So we won't be commenting or speculating about the stops on her trip. We have been clear from the very beginning that she will make her own decisions and that Congress is an independent branch of government. Our Constitution embeds a separation of powers. This is well known to the PRC, given our more than 4 decades of diplomatic relations. The Speaker has the right to visit Taiwan, and the Speaker of the House has visited Taiwan before without incident, as have many members of Congress, including this year. The world has seen the United States government be very clear that nothing has changed. Nothing has changed about our One China policy, which is, of course, guided by the Taiwan Relations Act, the 3 joint U.S.-PRC communiques, and the 6 assurances. We have said, and we have repeatedly said, that we oppose any unilateral changes to the status quo from either side. We have said that we do not support Taiwan independence, and we have said that we expect cross-strait differences to be resolved by peaceful means. We have communicated this directly to the PRC at the highest levels, including as recently as last week in the phone call between President Biden and President Xi. The National Security Advisor, the Secretaries of State and Defense, the Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff have also made this very clear to Beijing in a half a dozen recent high-level conversations. Put simply, there is no reason for Beijing to turn a potential visit consistent with long-standing U.S. policy into some sort of crisis or conflict.
The 15th of November 2021, Joe Biden and Xi Jinping held their first meeting. A face-to-face virtual summit which lasted 3 hours. The aim was to engage better, also to stop their rivalry from turning into conflict.
As I've said before, it seems to me our responsibility as leaders of China and the United States to ensure that the competition between our countries does not veer into conflict.
7 months later, the exact opposite has happened. Bilateral ties have worsened, tensions are at an all-time high, and there's a looming risk of conflict. A potential visit by U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi to Taiwan has further amplified the animosity. Beijing is threatening a strong retaliation if the visit goes ahead. They say they won't shy away from a military response. The threat is clear. Amid this face-off, Joe Biden dialed Xi Jinping on Thursday. It's their 5th conversation in 2 years. What did the 2 leaders talk about? The White House is yet to say, but a range of topics are likely to have been discussed. Starting with the looming threat of conflict, Beijing has become more aggressive in the South China Sea. It has expanded its maritime claims and reportedly even driven away U.S. warships. Washington fears that without open lines of communication with Beijing, there could be more such encounters, which may eventually spiral into an unintended conflict.
Maintaining peace and stability across the Taiwan Strait isn't just a U.S. interest. It's a matter of international concern. So let me be clear. We do not seek confrontation or conflict. And we do not seek a new Cold War, an Asian NATO, or a region split into hostile blocs. We will defend our interests without flinching.
Nancy Pelosi's proposed visit to Taiwan is adding to the worries. Pelosi is the second in line to the U.S. presidency. She would be the highest-ranking U.S. official to visit Taiwan since 1997. Naturally, China is not too excited about the visit. It has threatened a resolute and strong response, even military action.
The Ministry of National Defense of China has said that if America remains on this course, the Chinese military will not sit idly. It will take strong measures to stop any attempts to interfere or split Taiwan from China. We Chinese do what we say.
What are the chances of China executing this threat? It helps to look at history. In 1995, when Taiwan's President Lee Teng-hui visited Washington, China launched military exercises and fired missiles into waters near Taiwan. Since then, Beijing's military capabilities have advanced significantly, and so have its stakes and the ambitions of its leadership. Just 24 hours back, an American aircraft carrier entered the South China Sea, the USS Ronald Reagan, a Nimitz-class nuclear-powered vessel. In response, the PLA accelerated its military exercises, signaling how America is crossing the red line. These developments have spooked markets. Investors are already assessing the risks of conflict. Will China and the US go to war? Will Nancy Pelosi go ahead with her visit? Will the US back down and lose face, or risk another war? A lot depends on